Talking about the culture of the Ole people, do the Ole people have this tradition that a married woman do not cheat outside the marriage?
Yes, that's what I mean. I first said. After all the needful, that woman, after cooking for the family of the husband, we call them Esero. Esero. After cooking for your Esero, that is the relationship of your husband. After eating, they will bless you. You don't go out with another man. It's an offense. If you do, the forefather will kill you. Yes.
Is it the first day of the marriage that you cook for the people, your husband people?
No, no, no. After they don't escort you down, that means after you have come to the home and dance for you, they will make a party for you the first day. Then after staying for about 4 or 5 days, most people 7 days, most people 5 days. It depends on if you came all the way from, say, Lagos, you would like to reduce your date so that you can quickly go back.
But you must cook for your husband people.
You must cook for your husband.
The traditional food.
Yes, yes.
So that's what band you and the man together.
Yes. Must cook our starch, which is our normal food. Cook bar, owo. We call the soup we call owo.
Owo soup.
The owo soup. Now all you they cook with dry fish, plenty dry fish, crayfish go day. All this how we call them in English, they go day. Yes. So the food people go now. So everybody go round up now. They will give four people or three people one plate, and they will begin to eat. Then they laugh. Then they drink. After that, it's like you have been sworn into the family. Yeah.
That's what I'm understanding, because if that is not done, you're not
sworn in.
That particular food you're cooking is what brings in that tradition and culture that if you sleep around, you have to face the repercussion.
Yes.
Now I understand.
Yes.
Then how do you do marriage in your Ole culture?
In only here, if you like a girl, first you approach the girl. What you must have to discuss with the girl nowadays. But in those days, you don't talk to any girl before you marry. You will now talk to the family of the girl through corner or through your friend that you like that girl, and the girl will talk to the mother. That friend will talk to the mother. Mr. James, do you know him? He's from so quarter. He may say no. Said, okay, let us allow him visit so that you can know him. Then you and one or two other three friends will visit the family. When you visit, you give them a drink, they greet, you don't talk, you just give the mama, you pitch for a year, say, now because of that girl I come home, then the mother will know. And within the system, the girl too will know who is talking to the mother. After about 2 days of such movement, you will approach the girl, you talk to the girl. And if the girl say yes, then all the drinks required for the marriage, cloth, that is wrapper, what I mean, box, shoe, and every other, the needfuls will be done. Then after that, if now that there is a church wedding, in those days there was none. You can believe me. Then they will pay the bride price. They dance, do everything. They will now escort the woman. Then if the woman gets pregnant that time, the mother, the parents of the girl, they will return, the husband will return the girl to the parents, who will make small sacrifice. We call it oya. You throw away water for you or your body, dress you, you day house, they will be feeding you.
Till you put to bed?
No, they will feed you for very long time. Sometime until you put to bed in those days. But nowadays now, because of work and people don't stay much in town. So many people stay in the coast, and if it happen, once the woman do the marriage day, that is the day they are paying the bride price, the parents will do that one first. That time you have paid the bride price, though, but the day there is caution, the parents will do that one first for her before they will bring her to your place. So when he come, no problem. You only cook for your father, your husband's relation. That's all. That is it. We call it oya. Women will dance for you. They will see all this. They will dance for you. They dance. In that time, those days, we got what we call a ewa. Now one wood that they cut and they go do am between the red. They take and rub the body. That's what happened in those days. And that thing, if you take and rub your wife for 1 month, you're not gonna know the woman.
You're not gonna know the woman.
The woman go fine because that thing they go screen all out. that when he comes, you not gonna mind to go. Now it will be too long for your eye. Because you will imagine those things will in fact it's clean, but not be all this cream and the whole traditional thing. The whole face will shine.
Make her very beautiful.
Very beautiful. That's how it looks like. The woman will be shining.
But if you don't wash the thing, come out.
What you don't want, you go enjoy her for some months now. But I won't find him trouble. And it's only we old people that enjoy that mostly. Because nowadays they
no longer do that one. You will enjoy during your own time.
It's only we that enjoy that thing. We enjoy it well.
But why is it that they allow that very tradition to? Is it that they can't revive it?
It is religious. You know, everywhere is turning religion. Today with this one we come and preach on, this one we come and preach on, this one we come and preach on. Even now, in some area, some people, if they want marry, they don't want to drink water or go. They say now wine because me and my wife do church. So all those things, they were not seen in those days. You come to your area place, you go buy better bottle of root, heavy one, and palm wine. Now all those times you drink them, you will be happy. See, but now this 4G drink where they bring from abroad, the one people.
From the culture, they drink the cola that they use that day for marriage, unite the two people together.
The man to marry, cola go dey, Angelina go dey, Ogoro for my town here, palm wine. For my town here, Ogoro. Go dey. If you not dey, no work. So now that's what they go take pray for the woman.
And when you remove those things out of it because of church, if the woman goes and do anything, it will not happen because it do not do it traditionally.
Yeah, that is the thing.
Then from your explanation about a pregnant woman, are you now telling me that in your culture, they do not marry a woman with a child in the womb? The woman has to stay back with the parents, put to bed, then the husband will come and do the rightful thing.
Yes. That's the culture.
That's the culture.
But now, because of people stay in the coast, people stay abroad, people stay in different countries, that very day they want to escort it, they do it in the morning before they escort the woman to you.
But like now, people that do not stay around, like maybe you see people that stays abroad, maybe two of them meet themselves there. For instance, they met themselves there, accept to marry, but they did not come back, send their parents to go to the bride parents to do the traditional rites. Does it still hold? Like if the woman do anything there?
It will not look like when you are here that yeah.
Then now talking about maybe two people that meet themselves and maybe the man did not come here to do tradition on the woman side, like paying the bride price, doing the right thing with the family, and it happens that both of them got pregnant and decided having children, building family and all that, and something eventually happened to the woman at the end of, maybe through the process of getting old, she died. Would the man come and start the marriage afresh again?
For Isoko here, mostly Ole. Let me talk of my town. Once you marry a woman, you marry everything. If you died, you bury it for your husband compound.
What I mean is, maybe two of them did not come and do the marriage. The man did not come and pay for the woman's head. Like, he did not come and do the marriage, paying the bride price, stay as boyfriend and born children. The woman come mistakenly die. Is the man coming to do the marriage before bringing the ladies to bury?
Of course, yes. You have to.
You have to come and do the needful.
Yes.
Pay the bride price.
The family may not accept the disease from your hand. Because you don't see them. You don't do anything. You are now just carry it there, get run. After all, if we go in details, you commit crime.
Yes. You carry person pikin just illegally, don dey marry and you don commit crime. So if you want to stay like that, you must come and do the needful.
If you are not around, you got relation. Just for example, one of my friends, not quite long, the girl and the husband stay abroad, but they are Yoruba people. The son told the parents, and the parents and all the whole family came here more than 2 times before the marriage took place. And all the tradition, the needful was done. So that one is 100%. Because of distance and maybe not much cost of transport. Yes. It delays some people. Mm-hmm.
How much is the bride price in Ole? You've not mentioned it.
The bride price in Ole, the real truth is 1,000 naira.
Very affordable. So you don't have reason to say that you don't see money.
That 1,000 naira, when you pay it, they will refund you 50 naira.
Okay, 50 naira out of the 1,000. So that means what you paid is 950.
Yes. That means, do you know the meaning of that 50 naira? No. That 50 naira, we believe, is giving you wealth. So from there, if you bring people from far place, from the 50 naira, you will pay their transport to home. That 50 naira, whenever any of the family man came to your compound, from that 50 naira, you feed the person.
If you mistakenly they visit you, you don't have to give excuse that you don't have what to feed them, because they've given you what to. They gave you money to feed them. So what if two of them decide not to marry again and the man wants to come and collect his bride price back? How much is he collecting?
1,000.
Okay, no 950, because they gave him 15 naira to keep.
Yes.
Okay. Any other thing he spent is waste. Is waste.
You enjoy the woman. You may be lucky to have some issue. You may be lucky to have some issue.
Yes.
Even if you don't have issue before divorce, you must have enjoyed the woman. The better part of it, you have eaten it.
So you're not coming to collect anything. You come now 1,000 they will give you.
That you paid for the bride, but that is traditional money.
Yes.
Okay. But there's some men, they will insist that everything I spend, they must pay me back in full.
That is not done here. What of the enjoyment where you do? Are you going to pay for how many days you make love to the woman? And all the care when you take care of you, your parents, maybe your friends, when you are not there. Muko is coming. We gave them food before I come. All those cleaning your house. Wash your clothes.
Take care of children.
To go school. All those ones. That is what the other expense is made for. You only pay 1,000 naira as the tradition, and that 1,000 naira will give you 50 naira. Then they will go on with 950.
So if you marry from here and feel like you're no longer comfortable with your woman and you want to divorce, be ready to collect only 1,000.
Yes.
Don't expect any expenses.
No.
Everything done.
Don't go because you enjoy the woman. If maybe the girl never virgin, you virgin now.
I love the tradition.
All those ones where you don't waste. Somebody train that for you.
Yes.
Where you take grow up, you can't see and can't like
Come
am.
like
Eh-heh.
come marry am.
Yes.
Because some men I mean, you dey person born pikin train until e grow. Some of us even went to school, graduate, do masters. You come marry the person. Now una no dey again. You say they will must pay you everything we spend on that marriage day.
It's not done here.
It's not done here.
Yeah. In fact, I think that one is all the whole year.
All
The whole Isoko.
all the Isoko.
Yes.
Okay, just that 1,000.
Yes.
But if they not return the 1,000 and both of them are not living together, is the woman free to go about?
No, the woman will now pay the money to the community account.
Okay, the man's community.
No.
Which
You
community?
pay because for here, when we want to marry, we involve community. Ask us why. So
Why?
we know how many people who marry from our community every year. At the end of the year, we know how many women. Even if you marry for Lagos, they will send your name. If you marry for Ibadan, they will send your name.
And it will be written down.
Yes. Marry for Abuja, your name will be said.
Send down community.
And
People are
that
keeping data of everybody.
Yes.
So if anything happen, they will go there, check your name. Is community aware of the marriage? If the community is not aware, you don't report to us.
You never marry. Sef.
You never marry sef. Don't say another one. No. I've not heard about this anywhere.
Yeah.
Because mostly you see people, they just come to family, marry and go. No data and it, but here they keep record.
Yes.
So if I'm from here and I'm getting married tomorrow, and I must go to the community, write my name down.
Yes.
And if anything happen, now that community will come resolve them again.
Yes. They will now first invite both of you, advise you, and if you continue say no, then you pay your 1,000.
And everything end there.
Yeah.
You collect the 1,000 there and go.
That's all. Now the woman then is free to marry any other person. If she so wish you.
But what if the woman is the one that said, I don't want it again, come and collect your money, and the man refuses to come?
Yes. In that case, we will now know whether the woman born for the man. Because if woman born, that relationship will still continue in a far way. Because the children must marry, the girl, if the daughter did there, he must marry, and both of them must one day meet together. We will not be too harsh. We do it and settle it in a very peaceful way, so that in future, if your daughter they marry, if now the children are with the parent and the mother, the father is free to go there. If they are with the father, the mother is free to go there.
I'm loving this marriage aspect of Isoko, seriously, because other places you don't find it like this. It's very difficult. Sometimes even ask the man to come and collect, they will tell you that they're not coming. Carry the money and take care of the children, and you not see the man there. But this one, the community are aware, they handle everything, they must be there.
And we know every year if there is a lot of divorce. Because the record of women that divorce is written every year. And will be in the conference, they will be recorded. Then people will ask why, if it's much. Why? Why do you committee allow such a divorce?
They're trying to see if there's any solution.
Yes.
To stop those.
Yes.
I love this part.
As we record the quantity of women that marry, so we record any divorce that happen.
You see how unique Isoko culture is.
Honestly, it's very unique. But like this now, if the man said, like after the community try to settle the both husband and wife, and the man insists that I don't want, and insists that I want to go with the children. Some people, they will say, if it's 4 children, you carry 2, let me carry 2.
It happened, but then you will lose. You man lost. You don't want to marry the woman, okay, you lost. Lost all your money. Only the small bride price they will give you.
So now, what of burial? How do people do burial here? The burial of a king, a chief, or a normal. How do you do burial right in Isoko here? This Ole here.
In only here, if our king died, we don't believe that king died. He joined the ancestors. That is our belief. So in this Isoko, we say, he go and meet his school friends. the ancestors. He joined the ancestors. So then, like in Ole here, he will be buried first quietly, without any noise.
Without any noise.
Then, if we get visitor, we put somebody there. If the son or the clan Otuta will be there to receive
Visitors.
visitors. Then after some time, maybe 2 or 3 years, normally in my only year, in some community 3 months, but in only year, somebody will inherit that throne, one of the son. We will inherit that throne as a regent for 3 years. Then when 3 years just remain 1 month or 2 months to complete, then they will call the community meeting. By then, the other community who's their turn, the family, they are already preparing their king. Then it will be announced openly.
Who the king will be.
Yes, and when it's the day that the clan Otuta, may not be me, anybody who is a clan Otuta, the day they announce the death, the whole market and the shop and everything in the community will be shut down. Then after that day, we prepare the burial arrangement. Another day, the burial, immediately, not quite long, another king will be sold. Immediately. So that will happen here.
But what if the king is a king that maybe is a Christian? Do you still do it traditionally or Christian way?
No. We don't have Christian way for
kingship.
ruler.
Of course.
Yeah.
For Isoko, yeah, we don't have any Christian way for traditional ruler.
The Christian born again do not come in between tradition and
No. We don't get that one.
That is not our tradition. It's a foreign tradition.
And now we both tradition now.
throw more light for me. I want learn that. I want understand that part very well.
He can be a Christian. The day of burial, the real day of burial day, which he will go down, it's few people. Because he joined the ancestors. So whether you be a bishop or you be archbishop or whatever position you be, the tradition did not want you to be there.
It must be done traditionally.
Yes. If you dey go heaven, God will don't grant you heaven for the one you serve.
So what is it the same if the next king is to be crowned the next after the death?
Yes, after the burial.
How many months interval? 3 years?
No, it won't take time again because he have stayed 3 years behind the time when the son or any of the person is a regent. So you have spent all his time and everything. Yeah.
What's the process of crowning the next king?
The process, we have what is called Ogwa. And the Ogwa stay for Emo Resuit, the first son of this community. The oldest people in this community, in every quarter, will be carried there. The chiefs will be carried there. The three ruling houses will accept the person first. The 3 ruling houses, they will accept the candidate first. Once they don't accept, finish. We'll gather in there. We'll just fix a date. All the whole oldest people from each quarter, from the 7 traditional quarter will be there. If you can't go, you will send somebody to represent you. Then he will be crowned. That's all.
So there's nothing like politics in kingship.
Well, it is not this one. You'll be governor now, you know for yourself. In fact, politics don't come to tradition in our Isoko here. Now lie?
No.
Politics don't come to say now baby one minister. They give minister position for what? Do you know what is required? The community needs. Maybe you stay for your Lagos for 20 years, 50 years, you want to come and drag chief here. You're not allowed here.
When did the civilization came into Ole here?
Quite long. After the war, everybody eye open. So though it was coming gradually, but it come better, I can't say bad, after the war.
After the war.
Oh yeah, everywhere. Yes. Clear. Although it has been coming, yes, it has been, but not as much as after the war.
The white people settled here in those days.
Yes, the white people came to Ole very early. We got in Ole here, St. Bernard. He was a pastor. And the other one, there were two pastors here, they are all white. They were the people who brought Anglican church to our area here. Like Ubakwe, who was a governor of Imo, he attended this thing here. So many of them, you see, all those old politicians and those big men, most of them, they school here now. Because they school here. There are very many. They move back where I can, if we bring the list, there are very many.
What was the first primary school they had? Like, those days they say basic, whatever they call it.
For Isoko, yeah, it was RCS. Isoko Center School.
Okay, Isoko Central School. That's the first school.
Yes.
At what age?
1932 or so.
1932. Was there anything like slave trade in Isoko here? Was there anything like slave trade in Isoko here?
No. There's no story like that. But all we had is during the war of Second World War, they came here and they recruited some of our people who joined the army during the Second World War. Because that time we get a lot of students and grown-up people. They were taken by force to go and face the war, and they did. So many from my community.
Can you remember like one or two persons that were the forefront then?
One James Emiko, Ari, they plenty.
People celebrate them as the heroes that the Isoko people had.
Yes. When they returned 1948, people welcomed them in this community. By then, people don't begin civilized because 1950, only people have the build a community hall for themselves. So you can see how old we developed before share came in. And our share can't destroy everything, say they can't repair.
You are the right person that I can ask this question I'm about to ask you now. Talking about the food, Isoko food, like at your age, you should know what our forefathers were eating. They're not like now we eat Indomie and the rest. What food do Isoko people have?
We eat starch. That starch. So many Igbo people now where they hear they eat them. One girl will bring the food just now here. Now it's an Igbo girl, they eat them. We get starch. That time, abu, with that cassava, what they do, with the color, they go dry them in those days. They go dry them plenty after they don't do them. So that when it don't dry, they go tola like akamu. They go amala like amala. We eat plantain, all those things. Yam, it's usual. And other food. Native food. That fish was in those days. You go because there was a lot of fish, a lot of bush meat.
So they were hunters, fishermen.
They were hunters, they were fishermen, everything. We don't buy food. You don't even go to market and buy anything like fish. This If we had market those days, just a few, because nearly everybody gets what you go eat.
Thank you very much. So, like you gave me details of the Isoko history, culture, and tradition. Honestly,
Especially in the
I
town.
especially the Ole,
Only,
yes,
yeah, the
yes, the
only.
history of Ole, their culture. Mostly, like when you talk about this marriage aspect, that even the kingship, politics, church has nothing to do with that tradition of kingship.
That we don't take it here. All the Holy Soko self, they don't take that rubbish. We can go church, I go church.
Come back and do the normal thing.
But when it comes to culture, it's not allowed. The man who journalists us, what are you going to say? You don't have a question. How do you even know that the man is late? Because you won't know. Because if the man late, you get few people who will be involved, who will do the burial. Bang, bang, you don't come out. Then how will you know? Before you will know a pastor or bishop, the man go don decay for ground. Because we believe that the spirit is no more there as joined the ancestors.
Just the body.
Yes.
How? Okay, you want to ask me?
Ask me. Hello, my prince.
I want to ask you a question. How is there any relationship between Ole and Isoko? Why I asked this question was during that before the Ole festival. Some people were saying Ole had to go and consult Ole at Isoko, blah blah blah. They were carrying rumors. So when you now said that Ole from Oliha, from those states, I was now wondering how come from Benin, which is Benin. I was now wondering how come because they were saying Isoko, Ole will go please Ole did there, marry from there, get woman there and all that. When you break it down now,
In fact, it's the only or the old Besoko on their own. They bring their own from Benin too. So they came from the same place. It's like two people now go to one place. I buy my own plate. You buy your own plate. But now from the same person.
Seller.
So if this one get problem, this one will meet this one because the two juju they are brothers.
Coming to Ole culture and tradition, what is it that someone can commit, or no, not even woman, a son or daughter can commit in Isoko here, and you say there is a taboo? The person have done something that is against the tradition, that the person is to be punished.
When you hang yourself,
When you commit suicide,
yeah, you commit suicide. It's a problem. It's a taboo.
but what if is it the taboo like to the family or that particular person?
It's a taboo to the whole community because we don't want anybody to hang himself. And when woman die with pregnancy, it's a taboo. We don't allow them. So now, thank God, there is a quick operation. If woman below the pain now, you rush your wife to the hospital. But in those days, there was no hospital. So if woman died that time with pregnancy, it's a taboo.
But what if sorry to ask you, if maybe now that person that commit that taboo maybe hang him or herself in that bush, you is the community going there to bury the person there or abandon the person there, or
We abandon you because we don't want to hear the other kind of story.
but if the community find out that one or two person went there to bury the person, are they going to punish those two people that went there?
Nobody will go there
Nobody will go there.
because there is a tradition to that.
So
So
the
that
family,
Foketi cannot repeat himself again.
the family will now do cleansing on behalf of the person that died.
No, yeah. No way.
Coming to this taboo, what will be done either by the community or by the parents of the person that commit this taboo, that hang himself?
The community will ask him to pay something little to the little who will worship and do small sacrifice to clean it out so that such a thing will not repeat himself again.
What about the pregnant woman?
But that was in those days. But now it's not possible again.
Or what if the person died? No, if somebody can be pregnant, maybe on the process, maybe couldn't take care of herself or mistakenly died, not purposely. Understand? Is this still?
You see the language you have corrected it. Not purposely. Yeah.
Not intentionally, it just happened. What if a youth decide to commit the act of stealing or killing a fellow or poisoning somebody? Is it still taboo in here?
For there is in those days, the youth doesn't do that because we were so quiet. We were afraid of our forefathers, juju and so on and so forth. Because in those days, apart from the Ole festival, every quarter has its own juju that used to serve. But nowadays, if any youth misbehave, the vigilante will take care of him. They will take him and hand over it to the police immediately. If he commits a crime that warrant police matter, he will do so. No, that will not concern we where it is the youth matter. We get what is called youth, we get the vigilante. So any youth who be misbehave, the youth chairman and his executive will take care of him. And if they come to where you carry cutlass, carry gun, the vigilante will equally take care of you.
Is there any covenant that bind the Ole people that they do not see each other blood or they do not steal each other thing or hurt each other?
No, not a band, but not a band.
It's all right. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, guys, so this is the great history and the culture of the Ole people from the Isoko Ancient Kingdom. So we'll learn a lot from it. That's the essence of this history, to teach our younger ones, our children, grandchildren, unborn children, the history of the people, so that when they grow up, they will not go doing another thing outside the history. Because if there's no any data like this, and people like you are no longer in existence, we will not have people that will tell us this great history. So having you here is a privilege to know the history of the Ole details that we can be stored somewhere that our children tomorrow will know. So we appreciate you so much for giving us this wonderful attention, your time and everything, to tell us the great history of the Ole people and the culture and everything, so that your children out there abroad, different states, different places will now know that this is my history. If you're not married fully, tell that man you're living with to come and do the needful. And if you marry woman 1 or 3 times, say tomorrow you come somebody and give you the million where you spend, now 1,000 they won't give you. So, no. So you go no. So thank you very much. Yeah. So I see you're getting mad and crab the queen of African culture. I told you guys that when you talk of history, culture of the Africa, the blacks, this is the right place. So keep following us. We'll be giving you more and more. We want this history to be done by our fathers, our grandfathers that know the history, that got the history from their own grandfathers, that will give us the real history, so that we don't allow our children, this underage, to come and distort our history, telling it the way that will suit them in a manner that will be okay with them, which is not our history. So thank you guys, and I appreciate you. I still remember getting my and card the queen of African culture. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hey, Igbo Nsukka niile, Igbo Enugu North Senatorial Zone, and every Igbo waiting for southeast of Nigeria. A great cultural celebration don't land for our Domot Gidigba. Ha! Waiting you they wait for. Join us at Igbo Banyi Cultural Festival 2026. O say to go Igbo Banyi Cultural Festival 2026. Igbo Nsukka, get ready. A great gathering where we take revive, preserve, and promote the rich cultural heritage of Igbo Enugu North Senatorial Zone and Igbo Niile in general. Igbo Banyi Cultural Festival 2026. Choi!
Ndị nke m come and witness colorful cultural displays, traditional dance, masquerades, egwu ọdịnala, fashion, crafts, and all sorts of our traditional food through beauty of Igbo heritage.
Make you know, say we go get Miss Igbo Banyi pageantry and Mazi Igbo Banyi pageantry for this Igbo Banyi Cultural Festival 2026. You never see anything, no. Wetin make this gathering different be say every Igbo state wey dey for southeast of Nigeria go carry their own culture come meet our own cultural display for Igbo Nsukka, and every neighboring community and states wey show concern go visit Nsukka. This event go happen on 29 December 2026 for Nsukka Township Stadium, Government Field. You never see this kind of festival before. Our Christmas go dey sweetie. Omenani Igbo Nsukka no go die. So therefore, are you a cultural troupe, dance group, or masquerade group, or you want participate for Nwadi Igbo Banyi cultural pageantry or Mazi Igbo Banyi cultural pageantry? Whether you dey for Nsukka or outside Nsukka, hurry now and register to participate and showcase your cultural pride. For more inquiries, registration, and sponsorship, please call or WhatsApp this number 0806 122 7058, or you fit send us email for inquiries for Igbo Banyi Cultural Festival at gmail.com. Don't miss it. Oh yeah, make una come, make we celebrate who we be. Come, make we preserve our root for our generations to come.
Igbo Banyi Cultural Festival 2026,
reviving our cultural heritage.
Omenala Igbo Nsukka niile ga-adị, omenala Igbo niile ga-adị ndụ.
This program is brought to you by Dimma Arts and Crafts.